The gathering storm, US and EU clash with China over green technology and trade. As the global landscape rapidly evolves, tensions between the United States, the European Union, EU, and China are intensifying over the surging export levels of Chinese green technology, including solar panels and wind turbines. This brewing conflict has the potential to escalate into a full-scale trade war, with far-reaching consequences for industries on both sides. U.S. Treasury Secretary's urgent plea. Janet Yellen, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, has called upon the EU to take immediate action to curb China's growing export dominance in the green tech sector. She has warned that Chinese companies are severely undercutting European competitors, posing a significant threat to their viability. Yellen urged European leaders to unite with the U.S. and adopt a common strategy to counter China's economic ambitions. EU President hints at tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. In a significant development, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has hinted that the EU may follow the US lead and impose tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. This move comes after an ongoing investigation into alleged state subsidies provided by the Chinese government to its automotive industry. Von der Leyen has expressed concerns that these subsidies have led to massive overcapacity in China, resulting in an influx of artificially cheap products into the EU market. EU's de-risking approach. However, the EU's approach to the China trade dispute differs from that of the US. While the EU is open to imposing tariffs, it is also pursuing a policy of de-risking rather than complete decoupling. The EU hopes that its investigation into more than 20 trade sectors will persuade China to reduce its production levels and address concerns about unfair subsidies. China's potential retaliation. China has signaled its willingness to retaliate against any tariffs imposed by the EU or the US. Potential targets for Chinese tariffs include French brandy, EU wine, and dairy products. However, the EU has indicated that its tariffs will not match the high rates imposed by the US. Yellen's warning on Russian sanctions. In addition to the trade tensions with China, Yellen has also urged German bank executives to intensify their efforts to comply with sanctions imposed on Russia. She warned that the U.S. is aware of new evidence suggesting that Russian entities are circumventing sanctions by ordering goods from multinational tech firms through intermediaries in Hong Kong. Yellen emphasized the need for vigilance to prevent Russia from accessing critical goods and financial systems. The significance of China's economic power. The growing economic power of China presents both opportunities and challenges for the U.S. and the EU. While China's low-cost manufacturing has benefited consumers worldwide, it has also led to concerns about unfair competition and the erosion of domestic industries in Western countries. The potential impact of a trade war. A trade war between the US, the EU, and China could have severe repercussions for the global economy. It could disrupt supply chains, increase prices for consumers, and lead to job losses in affected industries. Both the US and the EU need to carefully consider the potential consequences before taking any drastic measures. Conclusion. The escalating tensions between the US, the EU, and China over green technology and trade highlight the complexities of the global economic landscape. The outcome of this dispute will have a profound impact on the future of international trade and the ability of countries to address critical issues such as climate change and the geopolitical balance of power.